Hello designers and Disney fans. Disney just released their Halloween 2021 merchandise, and I wanted to come on here to take a quick look, not only to talk about the graphics and the style this year, but also I want to show you a quick trick for creating your own unique logo type. And I'm going to reverse engineer a style guide to really illustrate how a few key elements and a great color palette can translate into just so many wonderful things. So come on, let's go take a look. Halloween is one of the most magical times of year at Disney World, and the fun gets started as early as August and lasts through the big night itself. There are pumpkins galore and spooky decor, and while they're not doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party this year, a new event, Disney After Hours Boo Bash, will feature trick-or-treating, special food and drinks, character cavalcades, and more for those lucky enough to get a ticket. The park decor and culinary creations are their own creative wonders, but I'm here to talk about graphic design, and this video's focus is all about Disney's Halloween 2021 merchandise and theming. Whether you are merely a Disney fan or a graphic designer at any level, you're sure to be inspired by the amazing graphic design that goes into building a style and a look for this year's Halloween merch. Let's start with the two main elements, the logo and a color palette. The logo this year is fun and light, and this version is a little indicative of candy corn, which I think is perfect for Halloween. I love the gradiated bands of color and that the base color is a little bit of orange and yellow on black. The word happy uses a great font called Scrapbooker Tuscan. It's part of the Scrapbooker set by Pseudopos. I hope I'm saying that correctly. So for the Halloween font, I couldn't quite identify exactly what it was. I did what I normally do, which is search on whatthefont.com, and I came up with a lot of similar fonts, but I couldn't find an exact match. Now, this is the trick I told you about at the beginning. When working in a vector-based software like Adobe Illustrator, you can create outlines of your type, which turns them into shapes instead of a font. Once you've done this, you can manipulate the letters to make them more unique, which is especially good for logos, so no one will have your exact typography. This is one of my absolute favorite ways to create unique type. In instances where you have the same letters in one word, like these L's, by making one letter just a little different, it feels more hand-drawn and artisan and not like a computer just shot it out for you. Back to our Disney Halloween logo, it's used on lots of products and signage. The type also translates nicely to a solid and a one color, like on these adorable mouse feet. For the color palette, Disney has been great in the past with pairing Halloween's traditional orange and black with a variety of hues like yellow and golds, teals, shocking greens, and for this year, the main color partner is purple, which is a beautiful mix for this holiday. In addition to the purple, they've added this awesome gray plaid pattern. Gray might seem basic or even boring, but it's such a great complement to the other items, and it's used in such a creative way. Like, look at the pairing with the sparkling orange sequins for these mouse ears, and also Disney's unique Crocs. The plaid offers a perfect base for all your Croc pins, and the other great thing about this gray plaid is you can use them for other holidays as well. While we're discussing patterns, this two-color print featuring solid mouse ears pumpkins in this traditional black and orange is gorgeous on this Spirit jersey. And also this much-seen pattern that has little simple candies and these adorable ghosts that pop up on other items as well. I'm also a big fan of the multicolored pumpkins used in these in-store signs and on a variety of products, including this super sweet Oh My Gourd shirt. And Oh My Gourd is right, it is cute and punny. The majority of these designs stick with the overall style and theme for this year, but there are a few one-offs, one being the infamous Oogie Boogie with his neon green and black palette, and also the now cult classic Hocus Pocus, which has some great merch this year, and I'm even more excited to see what they do in 2022 since Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out next year. Even though this video's focus is on print design, I want to point out some other types of design that offer a lot of value creatively. The first being these Main Street wreaths. This is a particularly lovely representation of the design principle contrast. The chock-full wreath loaded with leaves and floral elements and textures contrasted with the smooth, simple Mickey pumpkin on top is really, really gorgeous. The next example, these Hocus Pocus themed cupcakes, this illustrates the beauty of simplicity. Remember, graphic design is a visual language. It's all about communicating through imagery, and when you can do it this effectively and with icing no less, there's nothing better. Bonus points for they're probably delicious too. One more tip along the lines of the cupcakes are these Maleficent charms. I often look at jewelry, charms, any type of item that needs to be reduced to as few lines and elements as possible, yet still convey something specific. This is just incredible. Before we go, just to piece all that I've covered in this video, let's reverse engineer a style guide for Disney's Halloween 2021. First, we have our logo type. I picked the 5 most prominent colors. For the 2 fonts, I'll use Scrapbooker Tuscan, and I picked Dancing Jungle, which sort of seemed to match the theme well. So we've got our gray plaid pattern, and we've got our orange sequin texture, and we've got our Ghost and Candy pattern. Also added the Mickey and Minnie pumpkins since they seem to be featured on quite a few elements, and if I were doing more than one page, I would add some ghosts, some decorative elements like leaves and bats, and there you go. That is my unofficial reverse engineered, just like a chef might take a recipe and try to figure out what the ingredients are. I like to do that too, to really get a feel for the base, the building blocks. You only need a few items to just make this whole creative, cohesive style. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something that you can take on your own design journey. Let me know in the comments below what else you'd like to see. And for now, I'm Christy Kelly, and thank you for watching.